Hello, my name is Rose White and I'm here to talk about my debut EP, One Fourth Mark. It's out, it's finally out everywhere on all streaming platforms. But let's start from the beginning, shall we? One Fourth Mark is the most personal I've ever been with my pen. And I'm not gonna lie, it was scary to put it out there. It was scary to share my experience. But I decided to do it anyway because in the process of making those songs, I showed it to a few of my friends and they were going, let's say, through the same things in life. They generally said those songs help us. So that's when I understood they are not there to be mine forever. It's a bit selfish to keep them to myself. So just gonna put it out to the world and see what happens. When the whole idea for One Fourth Mark, sparked in my head, I'm not gonna lie, I was at the bottom mentally. I was going through quite a rough patch personally, and that ended up being me closed in my four walls constantly, just really not wanting to get out of bed. And that's when I wrote One Fourth Mark. The first demo that I recorded, oh wow, it sounds so depressing. It's just like whipping guitar sounds with my painful vocals. You can hear it. But I loved it, I was very honest. And, the hook goes, if there's one certain thing in this crazy world is that I'm stuck with myself until the day I'm gone. And, I really was like, okay, so I definitely want to put this song out there and I want to keep it as stripped down as possible. And I showed it to my guitarist and he was like, I really like the chord progression. It's quite jazzy. But can we try something? And he introduced this like upbeat disco beat to the song. And at the beginning, I was like, no, this is not going to happen. But it grew on me. And right now, the way I kind of introduce One Fourth Mark to the audience is, it's when you feel depressed, but make it disco. And that's when the idea sparked, okay, One Fourth Mark. I'm 25 years old. I'm like, I guess, on One Fourth Mark of my life. So the whole EP talks about relationships, mental health, depression to some extent, and also how to overcome all those obstacles and still power through life. The opening song, it actually was the last song I wrote, Wave is Coming. The idea came to me literally on a boat while I was going through waves, hence Wave is Coming, I guess. So Wave is Coming is an anthem. I kind of want to dedicate it to all the females, especially in art industry of any kind, because we are being overlooked quite often. So it's meant to be this powerful track that introduces a change, introduces that the wave is coming, we are coming. And it was so much fun to write. It was so much fun to like spit out the lyrics and make it so upbeat. And the next song on EP, Evil Side, it's actually the song I wrote 4 years ago. So we got this like funky vibe going on. Tommy Sigalov, my producer, he kind of took the direction here with the keys, the sounds, then the guitar came in. Honestly, the last bit that I couldn't figure out were the lyrics. And that's when Tommy came in and helped me rewrite the lyrics. I wanted to show the people that we all have evil side inside of us. We all do. And we have to find a way to embrace that side of us and let it coexist. But we have to find a balance. I wanted to show people that we all do bad things. Like, we can all relate to that feeling, but it doesn't necessarily make us bad people. Then we've got Ivory. Ivory was the only song not produced, you know, with the same bunch of people that the rest of the EP. Basically, I was in love and I wrote my very first love song. It talks about the beginning of the relationship, and you still feel the butterflies in your stomach and everything is so exciting but scary at the same time. The instrumental around Ivory is very dreamy, you know, like lo-fi vibes, and I wanted it to be this way. I wanted it to be a song kind of like a lullaby for people to, you know, when they feel down or have problems with falling asleep or need something very chill in the morning to wake up to. I wanted it to be that song. Filthy Dream is, it's a track I actually wrote in 10 minutes. The lyrics, at that time, I thought it's about, you know, let's create a fantasy. What if I was a mistress dating like this filthy rich, super powerful men? What it would feel like. In my head, it feels like a trap. With time, I kind of realized that this song is about toxic relationships in general. Here, a metaphor for toxicity is money. But we get dragged into toxic relationships. I wanted the instrumental to feel just sexy. So we decided to go for this old soul vibe. We like very groovy drums. It's actually the bass line that kind of just showed us the direction of where we're going. And it, like the saxophone at the end, just complemented the whole thing. The guys I work with, they just brought the A game for this song. The last song on the EP is called I Wish You Let Me Go Sooner. I think this is the most personal, again, and lyrics, like it was a diary page at the beginning, and then I fished the lines, the lyrics out of it. I Wish You Let Me Go Sooner. It's a painful song to sing, I'm not gonna lie. But yet again, whatever I went through, I know that people relate to it. That is why, precisely that's why I decided to put it on the album and not hide it like I did with quite a few songs that are so personal. We're currently in my studio, actually. That's where the magic happened. That's where we comped all the vocals, did the guitar takes. Vocal booth is just over there. We recorded drums in Delhi Studios in Acton. Mix was done at the Park Studios with Lucas Mendes, and master was done by Pete Maher. Like I said, I had a lot of great people working with me on this EP. It was a long ride, but I'm very, very grateful and proud of the final effect, and that we finally get to share that music with the world. Right now, I can't wait to go back to this studio and just write more. Thank you very much for having me. Listen to One for Mark, stream it, enjoy it, and let me know what you think.